Hey guys, it has been a while. It has definitely been a while. I haven't made videos in a very long time. I believe the last one I did was back in September. Somewhere around there, maybe even November. But I chose to step away from being so public and my work as far as on the front end for a while, because as you know, if you have watched any of my other videos or anything in my blog or just anything I've shared publicly, my partner and I began going through some very rapid clearing and integration since we reunited. And so if any of you, which I don't doubt, which that's why you're here most likely, if any of you have been going through the same thing, then you know, if you're going through the same process, as in if you are one of the souls that chose to incarnate onto this planet and to take on the assignment of being a twin flame sacred lover, holding and anchoring in the coves of the divine feminine or the divine masculine, as in physical form, okay, because we have both energies within, then you know, you have definitely been going through this process. We are basically the next or present wave of these twins that are and have been clearing out all the old, outdated distortions and all of that, just all of it, so that we could then fully come into alignment in the physical plane and in union with our counterpart. And so, you know, it's been crazy. It's been crazy and intense, but very fast, but very healing. And with that said, that is literally what's been going on. There's so much to share. There's so much to share. And so with where we are at now in time, in the timeline, you know, I'll be gearing up my podcast and being more active on my blog and videos very, very, very soon, to share a lot and to just really put into action everything that has been seeding, the seeds that we have sown, everything that's just been dreaming, all the things that needed to be done. But, you know, last year just wasn't the time because of all the necessary energy work that needed to be done with me and my counterpart. And, you know, if you're going through the process, then you know exactly what I mean. So here we are, May 10th, okay, 2017, and I am finally making a video because of just the amazing time that it is and what's happening. Okay, it's May 10th. There's a full moon in Scorpio, and this is really important. There's so much to share, and so there's just some things I did want to share in a video. I just saw 444. I wanted to share in a video so that I could give you all a heads up of the energy this week, or what's happening today energetically, or what's happening around this time, before or after, because as you know, or maybe you don't know, and as I've come to experience more than just knowing, is that time really is not linear, and my partner and I have been experiencing things that it could be before or after a said time. And what do I mean by that? So for example, today is May 10th, full moon in Scorpio, and this full moon is all about what? Mostly the sacral chakra, the energy center of feeling, of pleasure and sexual pleasure, of sexual energy, sexual power, and so by that, okay, so astrologers have gone ahead and put out all of these forecasts for today, for this week, and it is all about, mostly, especially if you are a twin flame, the masculine clearing out a lot of stuff from the sacral center. It's a lot of stuff that is centered around or about sex, baggage, a lot of ancestral clearing, and distortions or insecurities, or let me see what I'm trying to say here. Anything centered around the fear of feeling. Okay, feeling, emotions, and of, yes, feeling sexual energy. And so that's a lot, because now you have to take into account any abuse, sexual trauma, anything that's happened around and about sex or feelings and emotions in this lifetime, but also past lifetimes, and maybe not even just any of your lifetimes, but anything that you are carrying because of your family, the family you've incarnated into, and your ancestors, whatever's in your DNA, a lot of information. We've been holding on to a lot of information and energy from those that came before us, okay? And so there could be things or feelings or memories or triggers that could come up centered around this, or you may not even feel anything. Now all of that has been forecasted for this full moon, for May 10th. Okay, so our human brain was to think of it in a linear way, right? So like a rock, okay, let me find something, an object, okay? So we have the week. This is the week, right? And May 10th will fall on a Wednesday. Boom, here's Wednesday. What I'm saying is that, yes, it's possible that you or your counterpart will be feeling anything centered around this theme on Wednesday, but it's so possible that you or your twin flame was experiencing stuff like this before May 10th. Heck, a few weeks ago, a month ago, or maybe it'll happen in a few days, a few weeks, or a month from now. Because time is not linear, and it's not going to be just the masculine, okay? It's for the feminine too, but a large part of this, a huge part of this is about the masculine, really finally clearing out this stuff, because the feminine has been doing a lot of the work, kind of being the trailblazer to set the path for the masculine to follow. And before I get ahead of myself too much, I just want to share and reiterate that just because you may be incarnated as a female doesn't necessarily mean that you are holding the feminine energy, or just as if you're incarnated as the masculine, that you're holding the masculine. Okay, and I'm saying this, in Cassidy from twinflames1111.com, she does a really great job of explaining this, especially if the two have been doing a lot of clearing and integrating together, right? So that, I mean, the more and more you're becoming one in union, you kind of lose the identity of you being one or the other. And I can attest to this. I have had experiences where I've literally felt like I was him, or I'd have memories, his memories, and so lines would be blurred, and for a few minutes I was experiencing life, awareness, and consciousness as a man, as the masculine as him, and then all of a sudden I'd kind of like shake my head and then go and have to look at myself in the mirror. Okay, so I'm saying all of this to say that it may not be just an incarnated male experiencing the energetic theme of today and of this week. And now I want to backtrack a little bit to let you know that it is possible that you have already been experiencing this stuff way before May 10th, because I was. And yet again, this is quite possible for a lot of the incarnated feminine aspect of the twins, that you were experiencing a lot of the same things I was experiencing the past few weeks, which has been amazing and magical and spectacular. And of course there have been some moments of lows or confusions as more stuff rises up to be cleared away, okay? But mostly it's just been amazing. And yes, it's centered around sex, the sacral chakra. And you know what it really is your power. Your sexual energy, which is sacred. It's your power, it's part of your power. And so I had an experience where finally, like, I made this demand for this old energy that I could feel just stubborn, that just wanted to stay and cling, right, to me. Just demanded that it leave. And then that day, my partner and I went to go do yoga, and when we did, I had this experience I've never had before in my life, where as we completed our sun salutations, and I was rising back up into mountain pose and was about to just reach back a little bit and then come back, all of a sudden I almost fainted. I literally, with my eyes closed, saw this beam of light just and flood my awareness, my sight, although my eyes were closed. It was like rainbows, and it shot down through me, through my body, and basically my chakras, and like blasted me. And I lost awareness of my body for a few seconds, more than a few seconds. And so my legs were about to give out. I was about to faint, and then I opened my eyes and was just like, whoa. And ever since then, I then began to experience more advanced Kundalini symptoms, which I think I briefly spoke about last year in some of my videos before I took a step back. And so I'm not going to talk too much about that right now, but from that day forward, I began to experience a lot of activations and I'm trying to find the best word here. Activity, energetic activity, bouncing and dancing through my chakra system, and including during intimacy with him. And it's just a whole completely new experience for me. And like I said, I'm not going to get into too much detail right now because that's not the focal point of this video right now. But on top of that, why would I begin to have those experiences, right? Well, if you have been following along, you know, if you are one of my followers, I really don't like that word, it sounds weird, but you know, if you're someone who's been along during this journey or really resonates with the messages that I have to share, then you know that I have shared about a lot of past life memory stuff coming up, and a lot of soul aspects needing to be integrated, and sexual trauma. So I have been working on this for a while, and finally it's just all kind of coming to a head where so much is cleared out, and I'm now experiencing this. And so now what was forecasted for the male, that is what came up for me. And that's when I had the realization that for so long, you know, I was afraid of my power, and I had the knowing, like I said earlier about something else, the knowing, the knowledge of being afraid of my power, women being afraid of their power, even men being afraid of women having power. And I spoke about this last year. But it's like a whole new level, a whole new thing when you really feel it and you really come to overstand and understand it. And this has to do with feeling emotions, pleasure, and not just sexual pleasure, but pleasure in general, feeling good. And yes, it does have to do with sex. This is such a huge topic, and there's so much on that has to be discussed and will be discussed, and it will be discussed in my podcast. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Sex on this planet has been distorted and perverted, and people are made to feel ashamed and guilty, and especially those who have been traumatized, sexually abused. And that is an agenda to really keep the majority of people from recognizing and owning their power. And this is a perfect segue to move into the other theme for this week, which is about owning and knowing and fully stepping into your power. I don't know if I'm going to say this word right. I had never heard of this before until last week, when my partner's higher self led me like cookie crumbs to what is happening today for many around the world. It's called Wesak. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. It's spelled W-E-S-A-K. And this is a celebration of sorts, a sacred day among many, where there are cosmic energies, divine cosmic energies coming down upon the planet that's being given and then distributed to the planet and to those who are ready to open and embrace and anchor in this energy. And it's coming in through Buddha, which now my memory seems to be failing me. I can't remember if it's about it coming, there's like a, it's through a hierarchy of energy coming in through Buddha and then passing it on to Christ, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, however you want to label this master, this soul. Or it could be the other way around, where it is the Christ passing down the energy to Buddha. I'm sorry, I really don't remember which way it goes, but I found it very fascinating. Very, very, very fascinating, because today is a very special day for me, because it is my anniversary with my partner. And so I just found it extremely, mind-blowing that all this is happening on this day. And this energy coming in on the planet is, like I said, divine energy that is being sent down to those who have set intentions to receive it, who are creating space to meditate or spend some time contemplating or focused on the fact that this energy is coming in. I mean, I personally believe that once you set an intention, it's gonna happen, especially if you're aligned for it, especially if your soul already planned for it to happen. I mean, if it's already in your blueprint, if it's already part of what your soul designed for you to do on the planet, I mean, hello, we are constantly receiving energetic downloads. Sometimes when we're sleeping and then we wake up like, what the hell just happened? So even if you appear to not be aware of it happening, you're aware of it happening anyways. Your higher self got you, your soul's got you, so, but hey, I got you too, and that's why I just wanted to share that all this amazingness is happening right now, if you catch my drift. And so, yes, while there may still be some chaotic energies that you may be feeling, because yes, I'm not gonna lie, last week the energies were very odd, and there definitely was some chaotic stuff, and that led to what appeared to be so disturbing and ugly, but then it just reminded me that it really is the old paradigm. It is illusion literally being shattered and cleared, and basically you're breaking free from that. Not only breaking free from that, but you're not in tune with that energy anymore. It is so discordant. It does not resonate with your vibration. And it's time to let all of that go. To really let the things, the habits, maybe some people, thought forms, memories, I don't know, down to food or experiences, to really let them go. to step out of that and out of those realities and exist in your true, authentic self, in your reality, to let your light shine and to really step into your role, what you came here to do, your mission, your life work. And that energy that's coming down is that energy to support you to do that, to go out and distribute this beautiful cosmic divine energy, for us to go out and in every which way around this planet and to share that with others. And what? Raise the consciousness of this planet to help heal, to help people heal, and to really continue to build the new world, the new earth, higher consciousness. It's here. It's not some fictitious thing. It's not something we just sit around and talk about. You can tune into it whenever you want, whenever you're ready. Live it, be around it, build it, experience it, or continue to exist within the matrix and be a part of it, as in contributing to it, and be asleep, which you know you can't do. You know you can't do it. So this is the energy that's coming in right now and has been, and it's amazing. Now, I'm pretty sure I shared everything I wanted to, but let me just make sure. Yeah, I definitely think I did. And, you know, I'll just provide links to other sources that can help you or explain more in detail about this. You know, like, I personally love Star Weather Whale. She actually, that's just the name of the site, but the creator and goddess behind it, her name is Aslan. She likes to go by the name Aslan. And she did a very, very good forecast for this full moon. And then, of course, there's Cassidy from Twin Flames, 1111.com. And she channels spirit and intuitively gives these forecasts that I can never trump. I can never say, as in, like, this is bullshit and it's not real. The forecast literally resonated with me and my partner, and it always does. And like I said, we experience the things that she forecasts sometimes exactly in the time frame that is given, like that week, but sometimes we experience it weeks before, a week after. But regardless, we feel and experience and go through clearing and integrating with the themes that she is able to channel and see what's happening for us here on the planet. So I will provide her link for the forecast for this week, and I can provide a link about Wesak. I think that's it. And whew, man, 28 minutes. So I know for sure, because I mean, I know how people are, man. It's like, oh god, this video seems so long. Do I really want to sit around and listen to somebody talk for 28-30 minutes? So I mean, I know for a fact that whoever's meant to hear this, glean what they're supposed to glean, be informed, whatever, whoever is meant to resonate with this is really gonna come visit and listen and watch. And I thank you for that. Like, really, I'm just trying to do my part. And thank you, because it's been a really long time and I miss making videos, but there's just a lot that happened, and I had to focus on me. I had to give my energy to myself and my union, my partnership. So but things are changing. It's springtime and there's so much birth and rejuvenation and springing forward and creativity. So a lot is coming. My podcast is coming, and I'm so excited about that. Like, I've been dreaming this for a while now, You know, there's just going to be so much happening now with our cosmopolite. So, thank you. Thank you for listening. May the light be with you. Wherever you are, may you be blessed. Namaste, mitakawe. Wow, I actually forgot my saying. Owasin, I think it is. Aroha nui. Bye.